From the San Diego Polo Grounds and the city of Del Mar, it's the San Diego Surf Cup. Hello again, everybody. I'm Greg Porter for George Landman Video Sports Production. This match in the boys under 11 category will feature Eastside FC and Modesto Ajax United from Central California. Let's go ahead and get the lineups for both clubs. First for Eastside FC, the keeper will be Paul Lewis. Number 4 will be Alden Massey. And number 3 will be defender Axel Hansen. Number 5 at outside mid is Tyler Snebley. Number 6 at defender is Sam Dawson. Number 9 at outside mid is Neil Baxey. Number 10 at midfield is Forrest Perry. Number 16 at midfield is Jake Anson. 24 at defender is Tay Aris. Number 33 at forward is Lucas Meek. Number 19 at defender is Josh Bull. Number 37 at forward is Matthew Richardson. Number 44 at defender is Hunter Bauman. Number 48 at defender is Jack DeLay. Number 34 at midfield is Amon Stein. And number 56 at forward is Mitchell Mead. The Eastside FC is head coach by Nuan. The assistant coach is Simon DeLee, and a team manager is Martine Lewis. For Modesto Ajax United, their lineup will read this way. Number 1 will be Daniel Martinez. Number 3 will be Jesus Ochoa. Number 4 is Roberto Rosales. Number 6 is Joseph Vargas. Number 7 is Roberto Mejia. Number 8 is Jerry Marquez. Number 9 is Thomas Reda. Number 10 is Adrian Espinoza. Number 11 is Jesus Carranza. Number 12 is Saul Duenas. Number 13 is Joshua Sandoval. Number 18 is Serafin Alberto. Number 17 is Thomas Dunn. Number 30 is Tamayo Gabriel, or Gabriel Tamayo, that is. Number 20 is Devin Wilharm. Number 56 is Adrian Yepes. And number 23 is Marcos de Coto. And that's the lineup for both clubs. We will be back with the starting of this match here in the city of Del Mar, where the surf meets the turf, in just a moment. And we're set to get underway here at the San Diego Polo Grounds. 25-minute halves. Nothing going into overtime or sudden death in this match. And we are underway. Ajax is on the right of your picture in all green with the white numbers. And Eastside FC is on the left side of your picture going left to right.
Step. Hey, step. Josh, step.
That ball in their own defensive half, Ajax. And into Central trying to get something going here with Espinoza. And that ball is broken up that time by Aris. However, it gets behind him. And in the deep back, they're able to push it out to the wide now. Here is Serafin. Serafin drops it back to the Central now. And he wants to switch it to the near side of Yepes. Yepes tried to fight his teammate, but it was intercepted into space. And now on it is Richardson. Richardson down to Central. Richardson with a teammate there, and it's intercepted in their own defensive half. With it is Serafin. Serafin drops it off on that far side. He's got Rosales. Rosales across midfield now, and looking for the runner that time in Decoto. And that ball is out of play, and a far side touchline, a throw in for Eastside FC. Eastside FC from the state of Washington. I believe it's the Evergreen State, or it's Emerald State. One of the two. Anyhow, down to Central Bellevue area of Washington. That's kind of a Seattle suburb. And now on the near side, Eastside FC pushing it out of play, trying to protect into space that time, as pressure by Yepes was there for Ajax. Modesto Ajax from Modesto, California in Central California. And into space, nice intercept by Marquez. Marquez finds a teammate on the near side, and that was Reda, and that ball is pushed out of play. They're protecting well into space on the flanks for Eastside FC in the early moments. As Ajax was trying to do something from the left wing side, but now they have a shot, and it is a save! Beautiful save by Paul Lewis. He gave up the rebound on a point-blank shot. I believe that was Serafin, and he still was able to grab it before it went across the line. Nice play by Paul Lewis, and it goes out of play on the near side. 0-0 your score. Just the opening moments of this match. Only about 3 minutes gone so far. Eastside FC and Modesto, Ajax. They throw that ball toward the defensive third now, and it's going to be a foul against Ajax. And so now it's a free kick. Free kick for Eastside FC now. Set piece, their first one of the match. With it is Tay Aris. Aris and a nice ball on the net, and it just goes off top of the net. Oh, what a shot by Aris. He almost scored on that blast. And it goes to the far side. And both teams putting it on the net and nearly scoring here in the last moments. And Lewis putting it out of play. Great action here in the last few moments of this match. Eastside FC winning the Starfire Spring Classic up there in Washington, and they were finalists in the Rainier Challenge. Modesto Ajax, a team that won numerous tournaments, did not lose a game in a couple of the tournaments that they won. A quality soccer club. All the clubs are quality if you're here at the Surf Cup for 2009. I'm Greg G.K. Porter, happy to be with you. I didn't mention that at the outset, along with Dan the Man on the camera. They're going to be a throw-in now for Eastside FC in their own half in a 0-0 match. Just warming up here on a Saturday, first day of the real action at the Surf Cup 2009.
Chip.
And it's Central now. That ball pushed down to Central. And it's going to be a free kick. Free kick for Ajax. Any of the substitutions that we mentioned in this match, we will mention them as they touch the soccer ball. A quick turn and a save by Lewis on a quick shot that time. Just a turn around, and he didn't wait. Beautiful thought process there, and at this young age, that's kind of the way you want to do it. And they got a runner into the 18-yard box, but just won by the deep back at the last moment and being able to push it out of the 18-yard box that time. Very close, as it looked like that time. Matthew Richardson had a move down to Central. And now as it's thrown in, it's now going to be a goal kick for Ajax. And hold on now. Center ref said it's going to be a corner kick. So it's going to be a CK now. And now here's a real good quality chance for Eastside FC. Is it going to be an outswinger, in-swinger? Gonna swing it out. The header, trying to get a subsequent, and it could not, as it was, and here's a shot and a goal! Go, 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 beautiful shot. And it is 1-0 Eastside FC, the visitors from the state of Washington getting on the board.
Keep it up, Eastside, let's go! Eastside FC, let's go right now, guys. Keep the pressure on. Another one now. What number? Left back, 19. Come on, push it. Hey, get us out. Hey, get us out. Close that gap.
Josh Bull getting credit for scoring that goal on a beautiful shot. And on the near side, nice challenge that time. Richardson has been very involved in this match. And now he's got a teammate there, Hansen, with it. Looking for Richardson on a long ball, and he might run out of real estate. No, it is got there by Ajax, and they push it out of play. 1-0 is your score. About 7.5 minutes gone in his first 25-minute stanza of this match. On the near side, it'll be a throw-in. Eastside FC got plenty of numbers there. And is that Richardson? He has it. Wins it and tries to push it forward, intercepted into space. However, they win it back momentarily. There's a challenge there now. Coming in there is Lucas Meek into space, and he drives it out of play off of Ajax. It'll be another CK, I believe. Yes, it will. So Eastside FC taking advantage early in this match, leading 1-0 and playing very good soccer. They've had some real good shots so far on the net, 2 real quality shots right on the net. And at last, corner kick wasn't too bad either. They just couldn't get a subsequent header. You know, and at this age, if you learn a heading game, that's to your advantage. There is the outswinger in a 6-yard box, but it's struck and in the central. And that is Jack DeLay trying to push it back toward the defensive third, but winning it is Ajax. Ajax on a soccer ball with Mejia, and it'll be a foul. I believe that was Massey, and Massey, he's a tall one in the deep back, or rather Sam Dawson. And
Get in.
Dawson rather in the central, doing some fine work there. And now in the space, as it winds up to the deep third and coming over there, I believe that time was Josh Bull, and pushing that out. Tough to see sometime from the distance here, and that ball goes out of play. Ajax will throw it in. Modesto Ajax down 1-0 in the first half, trying to get something going. And they push it out to the central to Marquez. Marquez finds a teammate there in the space. Mejia trying to make a move, but then they draw it back now. Good passing by Ajax. Rosales and pushing it up forward, and now looking that time, but he didn't get it, was Decoto. It was pushed out of play in a wide, and now they'll throw it in. Over 10 minutes gone, so we're at the 11-minute mark of the first half. Coming over there to meet that soccer ball that time was Aris, and it's going to be a corner kick. Adrian Espinoza is going to take the CK, the first one, I believe, for the Modesto Ajax. And the straight on that time, but nobody there for the all-green. However, on the Cairo, they take a shot. It's deflected, another one, and then standing tall was Dawson, and he clears it out. Dawson will be a factor in this game, as he has been so far. And that one is driven to the wide side now. Got a couple of teammates there to push it up toward midfield. However, nicely done on a header right there. And they win it with Mejia pushing it forward, trying to get somebody to run onto it. He was looking that time for a Serafin, and it didn't get to him. And however, it was pushed out of play by Eastside FC. They throw it in now. Here's Mejia. Mejia going to get it over to Marquez. Marquez in the central. Marquez tries to drive it into that 18-yard box, but they protected and covered well and pushed it all the way up the field. And running back to get it is Rosales, and we got a whistle, and that's going to work against Eastside FC. It's a free kick, and their own defensive half. 1-0 Eastside FC. If you're just checking in with us, Greg G.K. Porter along with Dan Aman on the camera. For LandsmanProductions.com, here's a long ball into the right flank now, trying to put pressure, and it is kicked out of play at the last moment. Nicely done by, I believe that's Josh Bull again. Bull protecting over on that left side of the defense and that right flank area on the offensive attack for Modesto Ajax. Espinoza now with a corner kick. Not much of a win, as you can see there. Just a little bit. And in the 18-yard box, but they could not get anybody to run onto it. So going back the other way, and the center ref says play on. Richardson falling down again, and he says just normal play. Richardson stays after it, though. However, winning in his Ajax, they push it out here to the wide, and going after it is Eastside FC, pushing it out of play, protecting again on the near side.
Hey, I don't mind that. Okay? You're 70 yards away from our goal. It's fine. But if you can start higher, that way you can have
13th minute mark. About halfway through now, or more than halfway through this first half of action. Both teams working hard out there. As it is a little muggy. It's in the 70s, but humidity's high. Take a shot, and a save, a beautiful save by Paul Lewis. Another chance again, and it's in the 18-yard box. Ajax on it now. Still trying to put pressure on the near side. It's Reda at the keeper, but Lewis is able to make the save. He's made two great saves here in the last few moments. And that has played a part in this match to keep it 1-0. However, here they come again. Lewis, does he get to it? He does! He comes off his line in a box and makes a save. Lewis is up tall big time today against Modesto Ajax. But will it remain that way as Ajax continues to put pressure on him and make him work? His defenders have to help him out. And he's making Ajax making them work too. However, now they have to retreat back and play defense themselves. Now toward the central as Perry, or rather Espinoza winning it. However, he gives it away. And remember, Eastside FC is taking some great shots from long distance as they try to work it in the box, but they could not. And now here they have a chance as it gets around. Dawson there on the central. He tries to get a ball, and he just had too much pace on it that time. He was looking for his teammate that time, and that was going to be the Koto, and it had too much pace on it. It was an offsides call, though, anyway. Substitutions coming in now. Alden Massey for Eastside FC. Forrest Perry is into the match, and I don't believe I got the other guy, but we will mention him as they touch that soccer ball. 3 substitutions for Eastside FC. 1-0. Eastside FC. Both clubs playing well early on in this match. Richardson trying to get to it on the near side. He's being pressured, and that's going to work against the player in green. And so now it is going to be a free kick. Free kick. 1-0, Eastside FC trying to add to their lead. Taking it is Tay Harris. Harris, the defender on the net, and a save by the keeper.
Oh, you're going to give that to us?
And let's see, that's going to be a foul on a yellow card issued against one of the Ajax players now. And I believe that was number 10, I believe. Espinoza, and we'll check that at halftime. But right now, one of the players has a yellow card here in the first half. First yellow card of the day for us here at LandrymanProductions.com. 16, we're in the 17th minute of the first half. Tay Harris is going to take it. And a defender, and an offsides call. Or was it an offsides call? No, it wasn't. I guess they started too soon. And so now Harris will get it going again. He drives it right at the keeper, and a save. They have another chance. Oh, they strike it, but a save is made. And it was an offsides call, so it would not have counted anyway. 1-0 Eastside FC.
Step back, step back.
And they get it going, but they have a 50-50 ball won by Modesto Ajax, trying to work it out of their own half. But Eastside FC continue to put the pressure on. Visitors from the state of Washington now try to get it to Aris. Aris in a space, but dispossessed now. And here is Ajax. Modesto Ajax on the near side. Thomas Reda tried to make a move, and he was dispossessed. And that ball pushed across midfield for Richardson. Matthew Richardson trying to accelerate. No, he decides to pass it to the interior. He's got a few players there as they try to work their way toward the box. Just couldn't quite get it there. And now on it is Meade, Mitchell Meade now. Meade finds a teammate in the central, nice pass, and then try to get a long ball. And he does finally touch it that time, running after it. And it goes out to the wide. Decoto. Going to be a throw-in.
Linesman, next up, please.
1-0 Eastside FC in the 19th minute, unofficially. A throw-in now out of the first 25. Ajax, and you got a couple of subs coming in.
Lucas.
Tyler Snib Lee is coming into the contest. And Neil Baxey is into the contest. Eastside FC doing a fine job here in this first half. On the far side, Roberto Mejia finds a couple of players in a central of the box, trying to get another strike at it. Here's a strike, and that one is far of the near post. The right post there for Paul Lewis. Lewis watches that one go by the goal line. And it will be a goal kick. Tay Aris, the defender extraordinaire so far for Eastside FC here in the first half, along with his teammate Sammy Dawson. Aris. Intercepted, nicely done by Roberto Mejia coming into the space. He's got a teammate, and it carries over, and I guess they were going to be offsides. But I like the way Roberto Mejia came into space and intercepted that soccer ball. That's the kind of thing you take with you as you get older, smarter, wiser, and then you really put pressure on the other team. Matthew Richardson now in the central, having a lot of problems there with a lot of traffic. However, they still got it, and it's Richardson that has it now. He's going to drop off a nice ball. He gets it over to his teammate that time, Neil Baxey, but it was dispossessed. And across the midfield, and a 50-50 ball goes out of play. 21st minute of the first half out of 25 here in the San Diego Surf Cup 2009. Greg G.K. Porter, happy to be with you for another one of the San Diego Surf Cups. Our own tournament here. Don't have to travel far because we are a San Diego company. But we do other tournaments. NHB coming up. Here's Aris in the back. And that ball is pushed past the goal line, so it's going to be a CK. But Aris just trying to protect in the space. Did not want that striker to get around him and have a good quality chance at the keeper. 1-0. Trying to protect that 1-0 lead as we're in the 22nd minute unofficially of this match. First half. That ball is a bending one, and that comes over to Lewis. He's able to reach out and make the save. He got the carom that he wanted that time as it hit a few players, as you saw there in the 18-yard box.
Sammy, hold him up.
The ball with the geometric designs, the one of the world's most famous sport. Football in most countries, soccer in this one. because we have another sport called football coming up. Going to be a throw-in or a CK? It's going to be a CK. Adrian Espinoza with an opportunity here to try to get the equalizer for Modesto Ajax. And he swings it, and it is knocked into the other field. Sammy Dawson doing it, protecting the near post. Another CK opportunity. A lot of nice apparel this year for the San Diego Surf Cup. Always great vendors here. San Diego Polo Grounds, and on the near post, and it hits a number to the side of the net.
Ollie, let that pull her hands back on those, bud. Make sure it covers it. Good.
Going to be a goal kick in the waning moments of the first half. The 24th minute. Center ref will be looking at his watch soon. To conclude the first half of action, a very good first half between Modesto Ajax and Eastside FC. On it is Espinoza, but he's dispossessed, and Richardson going down, and I believe it was in the face that time, and he not feeling good right about now. And head coach Ron Nuon thinking, why not a yellow card on that one? All righty, Harris. That ball across midfield, and quickly getting on it is Rosales, pushing it upfield. Nicely done by Roberto Rosales. Getting it out of play, and they throw it in again, and it's knocked out again. Gaining more real estate. Eastside FC trying to put another one in the back of the net as we close out the first half of this match. Here in the final minute, in his space, trying to push it up the field along the right flanks. Eastside FC being tough, not allowing him to do that so easily. As coming over there is Massey trying to intercept, but here's Dawson. He has it. Push it over to Massey. And it deflects off. Eastside FC is going to throw it in. And now the center ref looking at his watch. Just about ready to blow that whistle. And Eastside FC will have a 1-0 lead. Into space, Richardson, along with Espinoza going after it. And now that's the end of the first half of action. Hope you enjoyed all the action in the first half, as you will see what the coaches are talking to their players from Central California and the state of Washington. We'll be right back with the second half, Eastside FC, Modesto Ajax.
Had a couple Matthews just smashed the ball and he gets all the way to the back post. We have one guy back there. If there's one guy back there, you better make sure that it is. Otherwise, there's someone else not back there. We want to have guys in the box, we want guys out in the garbage, we have those two up top. Already knocked out and come back out. Why do we have two up top as well, besides the knockouts?
We are underway here in the second half. Going to be a throw-in now on the near side. Richardson, you get a good chance to look at Matthew Richardson on the near side of your picture this second half. That ball over to Roberto Mejia in the central. Mejia trying to find somebody. He wins it now as there was a touch that time by Carranza. And down to central, Lewis coming off, and he committed himself at a goal. Paul Lewis committed himself that time, and when he did, Thomas Ureza was open, and he put that ball in the back of the net, and now it's 1-1. You're always fearful of the other team getting a goal early to start off the second half. And whatever head coach Benny Mejia and Troy Wilhelm said on that side, obviously it's starting off in the right direction. The ball in the central now. Eastside FC in its space, winning that soccer ball, but then it comes over to Wilhelm, and Wilhelm now looking for a through ball, and getting over there was Artis, and it was given to us as Aris, and it, I believe his mother came over and said Aris, so Tay Aris into the 18-yard box. And into the 18-yard box again. However, they stand tall at the top of the box, that time on the wide, being able to push it out. For a subsequent opportunity, here's Hueda, and he tried to get it, but Aris gets over there to it. However, here's Hueda to the dropping it back, and that ball is pushed out of play at a far side touchline. Nicely done to try to protect on that left flank for the Eastside FC. 1-1 match here. First couple of minutes of the second half. San Diego Surf Cup 2009. And it's going to be an offside. And a free kick. Artis. Tay getting that ball out to delay. And now looking for Richardson down to central. Richardson still going after it. And they called a foul on Richardson in the space. It'll be a free kick. Ajax now trying to look for Reza. And Reza on that left flank trying to see if he can continue to do damage. There seemed like they spread it out a little bit more here in the second half. And the central now.
Go get it, go get it, go get it.
Bauman pushed it over to Richardson. His pass, he just misses. His teammate coming down. And I believe that was Mitchell Mead. Mead was trying to connect Richardson. A nice ball, though. Just had too much pace on it that time for Mead. And they missed their opportunity that time. Daniel Martinez was the keeper in the first half, and he's the keeper in the second half.
Just be sure when you come out, okay?
Eastside FC is going to throw it in a 1-1 match now here in the second half. Under the overcast, but that's not unusual here. Along the coastline in the city of Del Mar, where the turf meets the surf. The racetrack across the freeway of Interstate 5.
Hey, have a slice there. Hey, you never know until you do it.
Races going on over there. Horse races until September. Just got started this week. Tay Aris driving across midfield, looking for a runner. And he has Mead now. Mead trying to get it to Richardson. Richardson has it into space. Here's Richardson. Richardson going to take a shot. but momentum was going one way, and he just couldn't get that ball. He has the right idea, though, and trust me, as he gets older, he's going to be able to get that ball, even though his body's going one direction, get it right there on the keeper. And they're on deep back, trying to get it restarted here. Modesto Ajax. Up the central, intercepted by Eastside FC. And there's Meade. Meade into space. Coming over there to kind of deflect the ball a little bit was Ochoa. And now out to the wide. Trying to get to it was Meade. Two players actually was trying to get to it over there on the far side. The right flank there for Eastside FC to throw it in. Got a little bit more of a breeze picking up from the west. And that would be lengthwise across the field from the right to the left. Not anything too noticeable. You just feel it a little bit. Not going to really change the ball trajectory too much. Roberto Rosales. Artis into the 18-yard box. And now it winds up over to Mejia. He takes a shot to save by Lewis. Nice way to collect that soccer ball and get a good quality shot right there, dead on. But Lewis able to make the save. He's been a quality keeper in this match here in the first half. On the far side of the counterattack, looking for Meade. He didn't get to it. However, still of the white and blue, dark blue in the space, however, dispossessed is Tay Artis falling down, and now we have a foul. And a foul in the space, so it's going to be a free kick. Free kick. The visitors from Central California looking for a red, but Artis gets to it first and drops it back to his keeper, Lewis. And Lewis now take his time. Up the central. Jerry Marquez in space. Marquez sends a long ball into the corner, looking for Dakota. That ball goes out of play. Way too much pace on it that time. And they're going to be a substitution. Looks like Adrian Yepes is coming out. And we can't see the number yet, so we will mention him as they touch that soccer ball. And Eastside FC to throw it in on the near side. Knocked out quickly that time by Devon Wilharm.
Go Eastside, let's go! Eastside.
On the near side again, and it goes out of play. 1-1 is your score in his boys. Under 11 match. Two quality teams. You got to be quality to be in the San Diego Surf Cup. One from Central California, one from the state of Washington. Artis. Long ball played in the corner looking for Meade. And Meade running out of real estate with it. The near side. The throw in. Off the challenge. And Wilharm sets it up for his teammate to throw it in. That's Roberto Rosales. Looking for his teammate right there to space. Couldn't get to it. Couldn't control it that time. That was Dakota. On the near side to throw out. Mitchell Meade throws it in, looking for Richardson. There he is on the run. Richardson now stops. Richardson looking for somebody to pass to and did not get that opportunity. It's nicely done into space. Intercepted. However, reducing the size of the field that time was Artis. And Meade was trying to keep it in, but could not.
30 green came in.
Gabriel Tamayo was the last player to come in for Ajax of Modesto, California. In Central California, very hot at this time of year up there. I'm sure they are happy to be down here. Get a breather from the heat in the summer. Rosales that throws it in. And I heard also up there in Bellevue area of Washington, it was pretty hot as the visitors from Washington came down. So they'll They'll take this breather here, too. Down to Central. Mejia didn't get it to a teammate as RS able to intercept. He has been tough today. Toward the 18-yard box now. Trying to get somebody in the Central to possess it. Both teams in the Central play well. But both teams have played well also in the deep back also. And on the run there is Tamayo. Tamayo let it roll. He scores! Thomas Reda scores the goal, and it is the one that is the leader. As they lead now 2-1, and he has scored 2 goals here in the second half and created all kinds of problems with his shots here in the second half against Eastside FC. In soccer, it could be a tale of 2 halves. You ever play this game, you know that. And now 2 goals here in the second half, and they have taken the lead. Visitors from Modesto, but here's Richardson. He takes a shot aside by Martinez. He has to go to his right. Richardson a bid to try to even the game. Now they drop it back to Espinoza. Espinoza pushing it up to Serafin. On the near side. About the 12-minute mark of this match. And that ball goes out of play. Into space, Hansen working hard. Got a teammate into space at that midfield, and Eastside FC playing hard in that midfield area, and they just pushed it too far past that time Richardson. And now running onto it is Mejia, that is. Mejia, nice slide tackle in his center circle. But it goes out to the wide now to Meade. Meade cuts back. Meade tried to left foot it, but he has a teammate off the carom, and Martinez is able to make the save. Nice job getting a runner there into space. Overlap and get a shot on the keeper. And it's going to be a free kick. Living the pitch here in the city of Del Mar. The San Diego Surf Cup 2009. Tay Artis on the net, and Daniel Martinez makes a save. Nice save by Martinez. That bounce went to his right, and he was able just to reach out and grab it. Otherwise, it would have been a tie game. Mejia got a teammate into space now. Over to Serafin. And it winds up over on the foot of Decoto. And Mejia now, nice ball. And Decoto couldn't get it as it just went by him and he fell down and into space. And now you got a challenge there, and it's going to be a foul. And a foul is going to work against Eastside FC. Down 2, or rather I should say Ajax. So down 2-1, and we have a little bit of injury time here as one of the players for Ajax is down. We'll take a little bit of a breather. It is 2-1 in favor of Modesto Ajax. And he gets up quickly, so we're going to stay online. A couple of fresh players coming in. Eastside FC. We have Amon Stein is going to come in. And lost track of the other one. Will Mitchum has to touch that soccer ball. It is 2-1. Your score, Modesto Ajax. Leading. Tay Artis into Central. Intercepted. Mejia down to Central looking for Weather. Here he is again. He's all alone. He's dangerous, but a save by Lewis. Protecting the near post that time. As Reda has scored 2 goals in this match. And both here in the second half. He was trying to give him a comfortable lead. Maybe an insurmountable lead with that shot. On a soccer ball now. Eastside FC in his space. Defensively, Modesto Ajax winning it and pushing it across midfield. And now they get a long ball into the corner for the runner for Dakota. He takes a shot, but it's blocked that time from going in the net. He had beat the keeper, but one of the defenders in the deep back was able to get to the soccer ball off the bender. And it's going to be, what do you say, an offsides? Yes. 2-1, your score as Eastside FC had the 1-0 lead in the first half, making it stand up. And the first 25 minute stanza now trying to at least get back into a tie and get a good situation out of this first match. Tay Artis. Of course, if they don't give any more goals, they're at least in a better situation. If you're going to lose, don't lose bad. And you still have a chance to possibly get out of pool play and get yourselves in the quarterfinals down the road. On that soccer ball, Serafin, Alberto looking for Rueda. He didn't get it. However, his teammate takes a long blast over top of the net that time by Espinoza. As he tried a long bid to try to beat Paul Lewis that time. But it was just a little bit too high. He had the right idea. Had just a little bit too much air on that one. And now coming in is Neil Baxey and Alden Massey. Massey and Baxey are in the contest. The goal kick. And we are at the 18th minute so far here in the second half. So you do the math. About six or 7 minutes left to go in this match. Tay Artis having a bunch of pressure there, and it's going to work against Modesto Ajax. And their zest, their ambitiousness in the attacking third. And that ball, here's a nice ball, beautifully played over to Serafin, but he's dispossessed at the last moment. Serafin, a bid to try to come in to that box with some steam. And looking into central, didn't get it, but here's Richardson, Matthew Richardson now. Richardson gonna throw it into the space. He's got a runner into the space now, and that is Forrest Perry. Perry trying to get it. He's got Massey in the corner, and that ball is still in play. Massey into the box. He gets it over to Meek. Lucas Meek now, off-footed shot, blocked. Still got another player there in the space. They wind it over. They may have another shot at it, and they do, and a save by Martinez. Perry, the shot. Perry watched the defender go by him. Beautiful juke step, and then he tried to get a good shot on Martinez, and Martinez able to make the save.
Alden.
2-1, time running out here in this match between Eastside FC and Modesto Ajax. Will Ajax come back from a 1-0 lead and win this match? Or will it end up in a 2-2 tie? Meek, they dispossess on the outside of the space. However, coming over there and marking up a deflection. But Ajax, they still on a soccer ball. Good passing. And a player going down for Eastside FC. And as he gets up, and he's going to stay in this match. He is learning to be tough at this age, in this sport. Because if anybody thinks you're not tough in this sport, they've never played it. Coming into the match now is Tyler Snebley, number 5. And coming out, Sam Dawson, who has had a fine match. All the way to Martinez, nobody to run onto at that time. And they want to try to put some pressure, try to keep them bottled up in their own half of the field. And now on it is Massey. Massey trying to go after it. His challenge is missed that time. It's beautiful protecting the soccer ball with Serafin. Serafin, he in the red cleats. Serafin in the center circle, cross midfield, looking for Reda. Reda on the move. No, that actually is Tomayo. Tomayo on the move. There's Reda in the space. And now that ball is pushed out of play. On that left flank, Modesto Ajax trying to see if they can put another one in. And if you put one in this late in the match, it's over. As far as the score is concerned, right now in the 20th minute. So if you're Eastside FC, you don't want to give up a goal this late. Tay Artis off the header, looking for a teammate in the central. Coming in there, Serafin, but nicely done. Massey is there. Massey trying to go get after it. He can't, and dispossessed. So in their own defensive half, and that time, trying to keep the pressure on was Decoto.
Come on, Eastside.
Here's the Decoto with Massey. Decoto doesn't get to it. And now that ball winds up over to Perry. Perry puts it out to the wide now. He's got a teammate at Stein. And it goes out of play, knocked out. Protecting is Rosales in the corner. In the corner now, here goes Rosales after it again. Rosales trying to protect the soccer ball. And he's also eating up time off the clock when he does that. Because if you've got 1-0 or 2-1 lead, you got the lead in the contest. You're not in a hurry. You just got to make sure they don't score on you.
Hey, we gotta go. Tay, step up, come on.
And a goal kick area. Pushing it out to the left side. Trying to get something going. Modesto Ajax along the left flank. And that ball pushed across midfield. And there he is. Serafin down to Decoto. Decoto stops. Decoto, a chance, and he scores. A beautiful play by Decoto. He beat the defender. He stopped him and put it in the top part of the net to beat Paul Lewis. And it is 3-1. In the second half. The visitors from Modesto, California have turned it on, and they lead 3-1. Got substitutions also right now. Had some relatively close games last year in the San Diego Surf Cup 2009. Glad to be a part of those. Got 2 more for the rest of the day. Game not over with yet. Can Eastside FC find a way to get 2 quick goals? It's not going to be easy, but they're trying to do just that. And weaving their way inside the box. Perry now. Forrest Perry to his teammate, trying to find somebody with some space. Now they try it from long distance and off the bounce. No problem for Martinez. Josh Bull taking a shot. Time running out in the match. Center ref looking at his watch. Find out where time is. Forrest Perry, but dispossessed. Coming up hard there was Jesus Ochoa, protecting in the deep back, but coming up into the space and getting it going on a counterattack. He's got a teammate there. That's Sandoval, but they dispossessed. But coming up, reducing the size of the field was Rosales. Rosales looking for a teammate in the space, but he didn't get it. And now a challenge, and that ball goes out of play. They're going to be a throw-in. Throw-in for Modesto Ajax. The visitors, who have been very good at tournaments leading up to this match. And they've shown that here in the second half as Eastside FC seeing their ability to play the game at a certain kind of level, Modesto Ajax. But Eastside FC cannot hang their heads because they have played some good soccer in this match. They just got to get some things figured out. And who knows, you might see them in qualifying matches, quarterfinals or even further on. Time running out, though, for him in this one. Up high and a save by Martinez. Shot that time. I believe it was Amon Stein on the blast. Not that time to go back in the back of the net. Jesus Ochoa. Ochoa under pressure. He gives it up in the central, but they just couldn't get the one they wanted. They pressured Ochoa. He didn't know that he had that much pressure behind him. He gave up the soccer ball and he gave up a shot. That could have been dangerous to make it a 3-2 match. Instead, it's still 3-1. Those are the types of plays that Ajax has to watch out for as the tournament continues to go on. And their team facing tougher teams. But today, they're able to withstand the first half of being behind 1-0 and putting 3 in the second half to win it 3-1. We hope you enjoyed all the action in this match of Field 17, the San Diego Surf Cup 2009. I'm Greg DK Porter. For Dan and Man on the camera, stick with us. There'll be some interviews, closing comments of this match today. Greg Porter back here with Eastside FC Club, and you are?
Josh Bull. I'm number 19.
Okay, Josh, you came down here from Washington. What was your thoughts about when coming to this tournament? Have you been in a big tournament like this before?
No.
Okay, and what was your thoughts before you came down here?
That we do reasonable, like not win every game, but do pretty well. So.
And you knew that you had a good coach and you know, a good strategy and everything like that. So you were looking forward to it, right?
Yeah,
okay.
I was.
All right. What school you go to?
Audubon Elementary.
Okay. Favorite subject, teacher, or the favorite thing to do over at that school?
Probably PE is my favorite subject. My favorite teacher is probably Mr. Anderson, and yeah.
And what's the greatest thing about you being at that school?
Well, Mr. Anderson's really nice. It's really fun in PE because you get to do a lot of activities, and it's really nice there. Like, all the people are very nice there, so.
Okay. Lastly, you want to give a shout out to anybody?
Not really.
Okay. All right. Thank you for your thoughts. And you are?
I'm Paul Lewis, number 20.
Paul, you were the keeper, and you played a great game. And your thoughts coming into this tournament, and how you think your team's going to be able to do?
I think my team stays fine as long as we stay on defense a lot more. The defense kind of gave up near the second half, so as long as we stay on defense, we should do pretty good. Okay.
And you guys are just warming up, so I know you guys are looking forward to great things. What school you go to, and talk a little bit about that school, the teacher, subject, things like that at that school.
I'm going to a new school, St. Madeleine's Sophie.
Okay.
And I think my favorite subject's going to be PE. And I don't know any of the teachers yet, so don't know.
How was the last school? What was the last school you went to?
I was online schools last year with my second grade teacher.
Oh, okay. And how was that? I mean, you know, not a lot of kids do that. Talk about that experience.
I was the only person in the school, so there was no friends to play with, and so it got kind of boring.
I imagine it would. But did you learn anything?
Yeah.
Okay. So now it's going to be a completely new experience because you're going to be around a lot of kids and stuff and getting an opportunity to work together as a team, right?
Yep.
All right. Okay, let me talk to your teammate over here, and you are?
Mitchell Mead.
Okay, Mitchell, talk about what number are you in, what position you play out there and stuff?
I'm 56 and I'm forward.
Okay. Talk about the game today. We saw you out there putting a lot of pressure on the defense. Talk about your thoughts coming into this tournament and the ride getting down here and everything.
Well, I think our defense struggled a little bit in the second half, but first half they were doing pretty well.
Okay.
And right about in the middle of the game, in the first half, our offense was doing pretty good, but the rest of the time we struggled pretty much.
Okay. Well, did you learn anything about this game today that's going to help you in the future games?
Well, we could, take this team, and we know that probably the next team is going to be a little bit harder, so take up to the next level on defense.
Okay. All righty. What school you go to? You got a favorite subject or a teacher over at that school?
I go to West Mercer, and my favorite subject is PE too.
Okay. All righty. Any shout out for either last year, you two guys? To anybody? Parents or anybody?
Don't think so.
Okay. Okay. All right, guys. Well, good luck in the rest of this tournament and have a safe trip back to state of Washington. And tell us who you are, what position you played.
I'm Eamon, and I play forward or attacking mid.
Okay. Talk a little bit about the experience getting here, you know, the preparation and everything that it's been to get to this point.
Well, it was exciting, getting on the plane and flying over here. It took a while to get settled in the hotel and everything, but it was fun.
Okay. So it's fun down here also being with, all this stuff like SeaWorld and stuff like that, right?
Yeah.
Okay. What school you go to? You got a favorite subject or a teacher over there?
I go to the Bush School, and my favorite subject is probably PE. And I don't know if I really have a favorite teacher, but it's really fun being there because there's a big turf field that we can play soccer on during recess.
Okay. Sounds good. You got a good situation. Let me talk to your teammate to your right and tell us what number and position you play.
I'm number 24. My name is Tay. I play center back. So I didn't really think we would win this game. Well, I didn't really think we would win any games, but I was really surprised when we got the first goal today.
That was a great feeling. I mean, you guys, I saw you guys come off the field. You guys were excited and everything, all jazzed up and energied out. And just like I saw in a professional match, a team scored a goal right in the first minute. I think it was the U.S. national team, and the other team scored a goal in the first couple minutes, and it just kind of changed it was a Brazilian game, kind of changed the nature of the game, and it kind of happened to you guys too, didn't it?
Yeah, it did.
Yeah. So what are your thoughts about the rest of this tournament? What do you guys got to do to regroup?
Well, I think we have to get a bit more organized in the back and in the front, since we're dribbling a bit too much everywhere, not passing as much as we should. So I don't think that's very good of us.
Okay. Okay, what school you go to?
Vista Academy.
Okay, talk a little bit about that school and that experience over there.
It's a private school, and I'm going into 6th grade.
Okay.
It's on Cougar Mountain in Washington.
Okay.
Somewhere there. So it's a really small school.
Yeah.
We're hoping to get a turf field there sometime.
Okay.
So I hope they get a turf field before they leave the school.
Okay. All right. Any shout outs to anybody?
What?
Anything you want to say to your parents or anybody watching this video?
Not much, actually. Other than I think we prepared pretty well for this tournament.
Okay. Well, good luck in the future of this tournament. Let me talk to your teammate, and you are?
I'm Neil, and I'm number 9.
Okay. Neil, what's your last name?
Baxi.
Okay. Neil, talk about just everything you guys had to do to prepare for this tournament and how much fun it was.
Well, our coach was hoping that we'd have cooler weather
because he knows it's going to be really hot. So he was trying to make us just do laps around our practice field to get ready for the 80-degree weather.
Okay.
Luckily, it was a little cooler this game, but we might not be so lucky in the later ones. So, yeah. She was pretty much just making us do a lot of running. Yeah, and working on our last tournament we were in, we weren't really getting our shots off, and they weren't on target. So he was making us work on that a lot. So, yeah.
Oh, excellent. Excellently said. Well, I tell you what, you guys now know the way these fielders are and the way the temperature is, so you have an idea of what you need to do to put in a full match and try and see if you guys can win. What school you go to, and a favorite subject or teacher at this school?
I go to Beaver Lake Middle School in Sammamish, Washington.
Okay.
And my favorite subject is PE. And I like it because it's just a lot of fun being like athletic and stuff. Yeah. So.
Alrighty. Well, good luck, you guys, in the rest of the tournament. Good luck, guys. And you are what position and what's your name?
I'm Jacob Anson. I'm number 16. I'm an outside midfielder.
Okay. Talk a little bit about Jake, just this experience in this match. But beforehand, what was the preparation getting down here, as one of your teammates explained?
Well, I think the other teams are a pretty good team. They're a quality team. They were able to pass the ball around, move it around.
And what did you guys? You guys did a lot of running and all that kind of stuff to prepare. Was there anything else you guys were concentrating on prior to this match?
Yeah, my coach wanted us to get fit so it wouldn't be lollygagging getting back.
Okay. I think you guys played a quality match. I don't think you guys were doing anything really bad in this match. I just think they just found a couple of opportunities and just capitalized on them. What do you think your team has to do maybe to possibly make it to the qualifying match?
Maybe mark you up better in the back and finish your chances.
Okay, sounds good. What school you go to? Favorite subject or teacher over there? Experience? Talk about that whole thing at that school.
Okay, so my school is Ridgewood Elementary. My favorite teacher is Mr. Holmquist mostly.
Okay.
And my favorite subject's PE. Well, all the kids there are nice, and they always like playing around during recess, and it's a really fun time there.
All right, good deal. Well said. Okay, let me talk to your teammate, and your?
Forrest Perry. And
Forrest, talk about this whole experience. Again, tell us what number you are and what position you played out there.
my number's 10. I played central midfield. Coming down here was fun. It's a lot of driving and the long time on the plane. Yeah, and yeah.
What were you guys thinking prior to the game today? I mean, were you really thinking that the first game was going to be hard, or what were you thinking?
I was thinking it'd be a good team, but I thought we could beat them, and I think if we had finished our chances, we could have beaten them.
That's well spoken there, because of the fact that you guys did have some chances that if you would have finished, you probably would have beat them and stuff. And you definitely had more chances than they did, and a lot of good touches in the offensive area and stuff. What do you have to do to make that kind of really happen in the next few games?
We need to work on just shooting around the keeper and not into him. And just hope we
communicate, maybe.
Yeah, communicate and mark up some more.
All right. Well, talk about your school experience and everything. What school you go to. What favorite subject or teacher you got over there. Just the whole thing at that school.
I go to King's Elementary, and going into 6th grade. I like King's. It's nice. People there are nice. A lot of friends there. My favorite teacher is Mrs. Walsh. She's a really nice teacher and maybe a little bit too nice.
Okay. It's just a fun experience over there, and you guys have a good time. All right. Well, good luck in the rest of this tournament, you guys, and have a safe trip back, okay? All right. And you are what number and your first name, last name?
I'm Jack DeLay, and I'm number 48.
Okay.
And I play left back defender.
Well, Jack, talk about the defense today. You know, what was the thing that you defenders were thinking about coming into this tournament?
We knew there'd be some fast people, so we put our fast people in the back. So, well, I made a couple of mistakes, and they took advantage of that, and that was just the game mostly.
All right. Well, I know you've got a strategy to go ahead and correct that thing, and with your teammates, and be better in the rest of this tournament. Talk about that.
Well, we just need to finish and aim for the corners. We almost had two, but just unlucky. But we had a first goal that started us off very well, but we just couldn't finish it.
Okay, well, I know you guys will be apt to finish it in the future matches. Talk about your experience at school, the teacher, your subject there, just that whole good experience at school.
My favorite teacher is Miss Brennan, and favorite subject is math, and yeah.
All right. Well, anything lastly you want to say to anybody watching this videotape about this experience?
We'll be back.
All right. Excellent. And you are?
I am Lucas Meek, number 33, and I play in midfield.
Okay. Lucas, talk about, you know, just the whole experience coming down here and what you guys aim to try to accomplish being down here.
Well, the experience will be awesome. Hopefully we may be able to get a win, and we, as Jack says, we will get a win, and hopefully maybe make it into the semifinals. And I think the experience will be awesome.
Okay. And you represent from that Bellevue area up there in Washington. Talk about the school you go to and subject or teacher up there.
I go to Lakeridge Elementary on Mercer Island.
Okay.
And I have the same favorite teacher as Jack, Mrs. Brennan. And my favorite subject is probably math.
Okay.
And yeah.
It's a beautiful area up there, Mercer Island, really is. And maybe one day, I got cousins that still live up there, and maybe one day I get back up there. It's just been a while. All right, let me talk to another teammate of yours. And you are?
Matthew Richardson, number 37. I play forward.
Okay. Matthew, it's undoubtedly, you guys spoken a lot in this game and, you know, put a lot of pressure on their defenders. What do you have to maybe do to make it even more tougher on the defenders in the rest of these matches?
Maybe we can push more people up and I don't know.
Kind of get more support and stuff and try and really put some pressure on them?
Yeah, maybe we can take some more shots more quicker.
Okay.
Instead of holding onto the ball.
All righty. Sounds good. Sounds good. Well, you definitely seem to like to make some quality passes and really find spaces where you can operate. Talk about what school you go to, the experience over there, the teacher, subject.
I go to Cascade Ridge in Sammamish. And my favorite teacher is Mrs. Banks.
Okay.
And my favorite subject is PE.
All right. It must be fun over there. There must be something you're thinking about that's good over there. That's good. That's good. All right. Well, let me talk to your teammate to the outside and tell us who you are.
I'm Hunter Bauman, number 44. I play right mid.
Okay. All right. And talk about the experience coming down here and how much fun it was getting down here and stuff.
Well, we all thought it was going to be a lot of fun, and it has been so far. And so hope the experience will keep being well.
All right. What school you go to is a favorite subject or teacher over there?
I go to West Mercer Elementary, and my favorite teacher is Mr. Prima, and my favorite subject is PE.
Okay. All right. Let me talk to your last teammate over here and tell us who you are and what position you play and what number and all that.
My name's Axel Hansen, and I'm number 3, and I'm a center mid field.
Axel, talk about this whole experience coming down here, you know, how much fun it was. You guys do anything different, you know, when you got down here, you go to SeaWorld or do anything?
Well, our coach says we're not supposed to do anything, like, so we will get our,
so he'll get hurt.
Okay.
And I'm from Sweden, and we moved to Seattle, Washington 2 years ago about. So it's a great experience being down here.
Okay, well, when you talk about living in Sweden, do they play soccer the same way as we do over here, or?
Well, kind of. Our team wasn't very well because we never won, pretty much. But it was fun, though.
Okay, all right. Well, that's great because you probably still got family over in Sweden. You can go back anytime, huh? Make a long trip.
Yeah. Actually, we're going to Sweden from here next Tuesday, or this Tuesday that's coming. We're going to Chicago. That takes about 4 hours, I guess. And then 9 hours all the way back to Stockholm, Sweden.
Okay, great. I tell you what, you guys got some great hockey players over there. Talk about the school you go to now, and the subject or teacher over at this school.
Well,
You haven't started it yet?
Well, I have started school, and the school's called Cougar Ridge Elementary, and I don't really have a favorite teacher. And I kind of like Reese's and PE and math.
Okay, cool. All right, lastly, you guys, since you're all hanging out together, one last thing you'd like to say to your parents or anybody watching this videotape.
Oh, hi, my sisters. One's in Oregon, the other's at home. Well, actually, one's flying here. But
Okay.
Hello, people of videotape world.
Go ahead.
Hope we do good.
I hope we do good. Thanks for all the support.
Thank you.
All right, guys. Well, good luck in the rest of this tournament. And I guess we still got a couple more. Come on down, wherever they are. All right. That's right. And what position you play, and just talk about the experience coming down here and your name and everything.
Well, I've played like every position, but this game I played mid and forward.
Okay.
And then I'm Tyler Schnebley,
Okay, Tyler.
and I'm number 5.
Okay.
And it was like, okay, what's the next question? I forgot.
Okay. Well, just basically, what did you guys think about coming into this tournament as a strategy to try to, get as much as you can out of this tournament?
Well,
I mean, is there anything that you guys were working on? I hear different things. You guys were working hard.
we did lots of running and sprints and stuff before the game to get fit and stuff. And then we just did like normal skill and stuff. And then he also wanted us to do help us practice on when we're in the final third to finish goals.
There you go.
Because we had trouble getting goals in our last tournament.
Okay.
So yeah.
That's very well spoken because your other teammates said the same thing. What school you go to? Is subject or teacher you like at this school?
I go to Cascade Ridge, and my favorite subject is probably math.
Okay.
And then my favorite teacher is Miss Norman.
Okay.
Yeah.
Sounds good. Let me talk to your teammate, and you are?
I'm Sam Dawson,
Okay. Sam, what position did you play out there?
right defender.
Okay. Sam, talk about, this was a game that defensively you guys played really well for the most part. They got some things happening early, and then were able to make it stand up. Of course, they got a later goal, but you guys defensively played pretty well. You didn't allow them a lot of super opportunities and stuff. What do you guys got to do to make it even tougher for teams in the future?
Get back faster, stay even with my man, and make sure that the midfielders come back.
Okay. Sounds good. I know you guys will work on that. How you like the fields here? How you like the scenario here?
We're used to practicing on turf,
Yeah.
and grass is slower
Right.
and different for our feet to get used to with cleats.
Yeah. But you guys are going to be even better as the games go on, huh? Okay, talk about the school you go to, the subject or teacher at that school.
I go to Bennett Elementary, and I like science.
All right. Sounds good to me. I like that hat, too, that you're wearing. It goes with you guys' uniforms and everything. Let's see if we can get a look at that hat that he's wearing. That is the tournament that they were in today, even though they came short 3-1. And that's going to do it. Thank you, guys, and have a nice, safe trip home. Greg Porter back here with the coaching staff. I'm just going to get some quick comments from the coaching staff. And your?
On.
Okay. And what's your last name, On?
New on.
New On. On, talk about just this whole experience in the first game.
It's great. You know, we came out early, got a couple opportunities, and I think if they would have scored, the game would have been a little bit different. But, you know, as a result, we put on our heels a little bit, but boys played well.
Okay. All right. Well, you look forward to the rest of this tournament. What's the biggest thing you want the kids to get out of the rest of the tournament?
You know, win or lose, I just want to be able to learn and know what kind of teams are out there, and I think we're getting it. And you know, it's nice to play high caliber teams. It kind of shows where we are and what we need to work on, and so it's a win-win for us at this point. But obviously, we're going to go out and do what we can to win out the rest of our games in our bracket. So.
Okay. Well, thank you very much, and good luck in the rest of the tournament, On. And let me talk to your assistant coach, and you are?
Simon Dealey.
Okay, Simon, talk about what are you going to try to get the kids to have in mind for the rest of this tournament?
I thought technically we played quite well there, but tactically we may have fell short. So I think a few different set plays, different routines, to be able to break the defence open, that could be our way forward.
Okay, all right. Well, I like you guys' club. I think you guys got some great things going forward, and I look forward to more great things from you guys. You guys have a safe trip back home.
Cheers, thank you.
And one last thing you'd like to say to parents or anybody on this trip?
Just thanks for all the support they've come along, and hopefully we can win the next one for them.
All righty. Thanks again, and that's going to do it here from the San Diego Surf Cup 2009, where you saw the boys under 11, a fantastic match between Modesto Ajax from Central California and the visitors from the Seattle area, Mercer Island, all over Bellevue, all up in there in Washington. We hope you enjoyed all the action. I'm Greg Porter for George Langevin Video Sports Productions, or at least that used to be what it was called. It's now LangevinProductions.com if you want to go on the website. And Dan the man on the camera saying take care, God bless, and save this one on the hard drive.